There's a world where we have a bunch of new listeners on this episode right now.
There is.
I hope that's the case.
Yeah. I also think it's crazy that we live in a world where TJ Watt has seen our account.
We might.
Because there's a world where JJ sent that to the family group chat.
Yes.
And it was like,
for those that don't know, JJ Watt. I think we should just assume what is obviously not true. We should assume to be true, and that's that he's a loyal listener, and that's why he saw it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, otherwise he must have searched his name, and then he saw JJ Watt and saw the video. I was like, whoa. So I think he just saw our tweet because maybe he follows us on a burner, and then he was like, oh, I'm going to tweet this from my regular.
Yeah. There was no tag.
Yeah.
Boys put out.
Thanks for listening, JJ. We appreciate it.
Thank you, JJ.
Come on the show. And yeah, thanks for retweeting because we had like a 300% increase in followers, probably something like that, which isn't saying much when you only have like one, but that was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But if the audio listeners haven't figured out by now, Tanner's here. We'll talk about it after the intro.
Hello, guys. I've made it. I've made my great return.
Caleb's so happy right now because
I'm so happy. I'm buzzing.
Someone else got cut off instead of him for once.
Yeah, it's always me. I knew it was coming. Yeah. But like we really don't have a real intro.
No, not for this show.
Not for this show.
Have one for this show.
And Tanner this week, fortunately.
Yeah, fortunately. Yeah. Tanner this week, fortunately. Let's go. We should tweet that out before the episode even drops. Tanner this week, fortunately. All the new followers will be very confused. But yeah, if you are new, thanks for tuning in. For my money, I'm gonna guess out of the what did we get, like 70 or 80 new followers. I'm hoping it's not greedy to ask that 5 of them tuned in.
Yeah,
but that's big. 5 new listeners. That's awesome. Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard. But
I'd say 10. I mean, maybe I'm pushing it, but I was thinking like 10.
10 would be sweet.
10 would be crazy.
10 would be sweet. I mean, if we got like 15 million views on the tweet and it resulted in 80 followers, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. But yeah, we're going to kind of do a very brief recap because it is Thursday after all of last week's games and dive into, we got all kinds of stuff for you guys. We got bets that are legal for legal reasons are definitely not going to hit, but I'm definitely going to run them because I want them to hit. We got picks and just general ball knowledge.
Yeah.
Why don't we dive right into it?
Little preview.
Yeah. What did we call it last year? Recaps and precaps.
Yeah, recaps and precaps.
Yeah, recaps and precaps. Let's get into some recaps. Obviously, the first game to kick off the season was Cowboys and Eagles. Eagles came out on top 24-20, and I was trying to think of a clever way to bring up the spitting thing, but that was crazy.
Yeah, that was insane. The fact that there were 2 spitters.
Yeah, that it was the George Bush meme. A second spitter has hit the game.
Yeah,
Dak started it.
Like
I want to say that I will stand on that hill. Dak started it.
Yeah,
this is a Dak started it podcast.
Yeah, he definitely started it. But he baited him. It was a very easy rage bait, and it was.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if that was his goal, like I want to know in his head, was he like, oh, I want to like spit at this guy, but I'm gonna try to just push the boundaries where I don't get in trouble, or in his head was he like, if I do this, he might spit on me and get tossed, because that's a 8K chess brilliant move by Dak if that's the case.
Yeah, I think
Jalen Carter's like, dare I say, a bit of a hothead, so it's not crazy to think Dak might have been like, I think I can get him tossed out of this game.
Yeah.
Which would be a great play from Dak, who played well. I thought Dak looked pretty good. I mean, the numbers weren't crazy, but he had some receivers letting him down. I thought he looked good on Thursday. Other note I had on this game was Chris Collinsworth said Dak was rocked up, which was kind of sus.
He did say that.
Yeah. It's like, we saw him. Oh, man, I'll tell you, we saw him in the locker room earlier. He was sitting over there all rocked up. I was like, whoa.
What does that mean? You know what I mean?
I
Whoa.
mean, we can only make some guesses.
Yeah,
So that
I
was
thought Chris
something.
Collinsworth was quite unhinged on Thursday night. The first
Yeah.
Eagles drive.
Yeah.
He just constantly talked about how small Devontae Smith was. For like 3 consecutive plays, it wasn't like one of those 5-second. It was just like,
Yeah.
come on, dude. You know, he said when they get off the bus, you know, the Eagles, they're all big, fast, except for Devontae Smith. You know, he's a little smaller. But, you know, next play, he hits a block. He's like, even Devontae Smith, smallest guy on the field, he's out there throwing blocks. It's like, Chris, chill out, bro.
Yeah. First
What
you're
did
talking about
Devontae Smith
Dak
do?
being rocked up, and now Devontae's too small.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Chill.
And then during the delay, Chris Sims was talking about Dak too. I don't know what was going on with Dak in that game. Because Chris Sims was like, yeah, I'll tell you what. This is not a direct quote, by the way, because I don't remember the quote and I didn't see any clips of it. But in real time, he was like, yeah, you know, you look at Dak Prescott. This guy looks great. He was clearly in the gym all summer. This guy is looking good. And I'm like, okay, this is a little weird because Chris Sims just said he was rocked up. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, they were.
I think they were like mad that the spit didn't land on them. They were.
Yeah.
Yeah. That. Or they're like, I want to be Jalen Carlos so. Jalen Carlos. Wow, that's crazy. Jalen Carter so bad. They want to be spitting on that Dak. So, anything else on this game?
I think the Cowboys look surprisingly not bad. Like their defense didn't look
they were competent.
terrible. They were competent. I mean, what's happened? What's going on with CeeDee Lamb?
There's a world that they win that game.
Yeah,
and
for sure. If he catches the ball, but he normally is very sure-handed. I don't know what got into him. Caleb, I don't know if you saw the Freaky Friday CeeDee Lamb and Quentin Johnston edit that I sent you. That was funny.
Yeah, they switched.
Maybe
jobs.
That's what happened. Yeah,
they
maybe
bodies.
Quentin Johnston woke up in CeeDee Lamb's body, and vice versa. It's very possible. Very, very possible.
But I mean, the Eagles, you know, their mindset of we're not defending anything. The Lombardi ain't loyal. We'll see. I think they are one of the favorites to repeat, and they're going to be good.
Yeah, I mean, they would still be my favorite out of the NFC. So
yeah.
Unless you have anything else, we have Chiefs-Chargers. Took place Friday night. Chargers got the dub. I won't pretend I'm not biased. I was very glad to see the Chargers get the dub here.
Yeah.
In Brazil. Is that how you got to roll the R a little bit? Am I allowed to do that?
Brazil.
I think until further notice, I'm going to assume that I guess I can. But I probably should have assumed that I couldn't.
It's your
instead.
podcast. You can do whatever you want.
That is, for now.
Yeah. Well, hey, if we get canceled,
we don't have any sponsors yet, so we can say it.
You can't cancel people that haven't done anything, you know?
Yeah, I mean, if I want to roll my R's, I can. Caleb has a bunch of hard R's all the time. So.
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
Oh.
Too far.
Steelers? You want to say Steelers all the time?
I do say Steelers all the time.
Steelers?
Okay. All right, chill. We got.
All right.
We're off.
Chiefs at the Chargers. Brazil, as Luke would like to say. The Chargers are
Brazil.
good. I thought the passing game of the Chargers looked much better this year, which last year it seemed very dumbed down, which doesn't make any sense because Justin Herbert, to me, is one of the most talented quarterbacks in the league, and he's got a great mindset too. So I think that was my biggest takeaway is that it seems like they're going to be able to get it done through the air and on the ground. Omarion Hampton didn't have a great first game, but he's a rookie. He's going to get rolling, obviously. Najee, not sure what's going on with him.
Maybe not seeing eye to eye with the coordinator.
Possible.
Could be, you know what I mean?
Possible.
There's no I in team. So, I mean.
Yeah. All right.
But I see what you're saying. Because last year was kind of frustrating. Even when they hired Harbaugh, I'm like, I was excited for, like, as a Herbert supporter, I was excited for Herbert to have a competent coach. But at the same time, I was like, Harbaugh likes to run the ball. And then he brought in Greg Roman. And it's like, well, he likes to run the ball maybe even more. So that was concerning. And then the first year they come out and Herbert was super efficient. but he didn't have really the opportunities to have the year he probably could have. Yeah. And I thought game 1 was a good sign for maybe what's to come because they were actually letting him, throw the ball all over the yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, he was running the ball well too.
Yeah.
Like he had a few good runs. He had one that got called back that was like incredible. A 30-yard run that got called back.
That was awesome. Yeah. Holding call, of course. It's always holding.
Yeah, but
it's always holding.
I think the Chargers are going to be a fun team to watch this year. Yeah, they look good. I mean, the passing game for the Chiefs was a little out of whack. I think not having Rashee Rice and having Hollywood Brown as your number one receiver is tough. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with them.
Xavier Worthy's number one fan. That was a shame. I sometimes I get really frustrated. Travis Kelce, legend of the game. Bro, you're running pick routes on the defense, brother, not on your own teammates. Why are we running over our elite wide receiver with speed and he's small, right? Like, hey, get your head up, man. Yeah. Let's go. And that upsets me.
Chief on chief crime. That's what happened last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pat Mahomes when he injured Rashee Rice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are these guys doing? Do you guys put a lot of stock into these games? Sorry to cut you guys off, but a lot of stock on these games that are on foreign soil. Like,
because it's such different. It's a wrench thrown into the matchup, and I think you have to take it with a grain of salt. I think you can look if you play well over there. That I'll still give you credit for playing well, but if you don't play well, I'll cut you some slack.
I'll say it's hard because it is also a rivalry game, like divisional game. Like those games are supposed to be played in front of the fans. Shout out to the Chargers for getting it done without their fans behind them. I know that there's not always that many Chargers fans in LA. But it is like if they would have lost that game and then their next game they play them is in Arrowhead, that would have been really tough.
Yeah.
No matter how good they're doing. So
I mean, you could probably I watched a little bit of the game, but you could probably argue that it was a home game for the Chiefs, as they probably have a bigger global market than the Chargers, right? When we're talking about
probably. Yeah.
And effects, and it's truly a neutral site, but if it leans any way,
it was, and I noticed that because when I was watching it, my sister was like, "Why?" She was like, "Why did they boo the national anthem? Does Brazil have a problem with the U.S.?" And I was like, "Oh no, it must be a lot of Chiefs fans. They say home of the Chiefs, and it's a loud Chiefs during the anthem. So having a noticeable bump like that would indicate that."
Yeah, especially something niche like that, right?
Yeah,
that's yeah. So, but they got it done, obviously, and Chargers looked really good. I think they're a sleeper team. Everybody seems to hop on that bandwagon. I'm kind of one of those guys that's kind of like, I need to see Herbert do it in the postseason at this point to even believe that they'll win one or two postseason games. Everybody seems to be picking them as a sleeper out of the AFC, which we'll get to that game, but there's two clear teams out of the AFC to me, and the rest are trying to play catch up, and I'm not sure anybody's catching up.
Yeah. Also, before we move on, is Quentin Johnston good? We kind of touched on it with the CeeDee Lamb thing, but he might be good. Maybe they just weren't using him. Although he was dropping the ball a lot last year, but
he always has. He's a first round pick, right? Yeah. So it's easy to write guys off because they make some bad drops and stuff like that. He's got all the talent, big receiver, fast. If he can have decent hands, he could have a 1,000-yard season. You know what I mean? If they allow that game script all year long, I think he can be a good receiver. I definitely wouldn't be shocked if he came back this week and had 6 targets, 2 receptions for 30 yards or something with 3 or 4 crucial drop.
Yeah. I mean, this could be like a Sammy Watkins week 1 bump. It seemed like for 3 or 4 years there, you get a Sammy Watkins big game in week 1 every year. No matter what team he's on. I don't know if the stats back that up, but the vibes do. So
eye test.
Najee Harris. Yep. Speaking of the 2 contenders in the AFC, our next game is the Steelers and Jets. This was like all jokes aside though, this was a great game, and
this was the game of the week up until Sunday night.
Yeah, and even though the Jets did obviously blow this game, the Steelers look like, if you can take solace in the fact the Steelers looked really good and the Jets had them beat. You know what I mean? So like you were going to beat a good team. I think there's something there. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
what do you guys think?
Caleb, do you want to go first? Or do you want me to?
You can go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I'm obviously super excited. New head coach, and they came out playing well, which is something that never happened under Saleh. We never won a first half under Saleh. It felt like I don't know the statistics on it, but it's just like we always scored like 6 points in the first half. We were down by 2 scores, and then somebody had to bring us back. And offense looked great. Defense looked terrible on specific players, but the star players, the defensive line looked incredible. How much stock you can put into that with a quarterback that can't really move in the pocket, especially when pressure gets to him, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
But Will McDonald, I mean, I have a long bet for him on finishing highest sacks this year, 75-1. I feel really good about that. That kid is electric.
What did he have week 1?
Two sacks.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good start.
Yeah.
That's a really good start.
That kid looked
like Big Q got in there early, like the first play.
Big Q, man, when first drive, he got that sack, he started doing his dance. I started doing his dance. Big Q, baby. I was like, oh my God, we might be good. Right?
Big Q has a dance?
Yeah, so he has this dance where he's like, for the video listeners, or the video watchers.
The video listeners.
It's his niece came up with it. I don't know. She's like 5 or 6, I believe it is.
Yeah.
And so it's like cool. It's got a little backstory to it. But
I feel like maybe I've seen him do it. I just never knew it was a thing.
Yeah. Cool. So everybody's asking him about it. So he had his niece do it. It was a really cute video, wholesome.
Nice. We need more of that. I like when all pro pass rushers have like a signature celebration.
I agree.
Like Sean Merriman when he had his.
Yeah.
TJ kind of does, right? He
has his kick, his leg kick.
Kicks his leg. Yeah, and
Nobody would know this season. Armand Membu, 26 pass pros against TJ Watt, 0 pressures allowed, 0 sacks.
But he had 3 tackles for loss, so.
Yeah, I mean, hey. And when you leave him unblocked off the edge because you're blocking the other side, it's bound to happen.
When you getting 3 tackles for loss when you run 0 plays towards him is still impressive.
Yeah, for sure.
He has a signature, Sully?
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, he does his leg kick.
Can you do it for us?
I'm not. I'd have to stand up.
No. I thought the other guy you were talking about. I thought you were saying he had a signature celebration.
Oh, Membu?
Yeah,
the offensive lineman.
Oh, no,
I was gonna say I've never seen that. That'd be cool though. You get a pancake block and your signature celebration.
Dancing on him.
Someone should do that. They flip pancakes as their celebration or something. That'd be great.
Yeah. So sorry, we got off track. Yeah. So our good players looked really good, which I felt also under Saleh, especially under Rodgers and that whole regime. They kind of got away from players. They would get away from Breece Hall. They get away from Garrett Wilson. Sauce traveled for the first time in his career, never traveled under Saleh, allowed 1 reception. That was a fluke reception on 33 pass plays with DK Metcalf. The really good star players that we built our team around, they built the game plan around them, and they all did extremely well. And then the big focal point is Justin Fields. I thought he looked incredible. I mean, he's going through reads, he's stepping up in pockets. He didn't really put a ball wrong all day long. Ran the ball when he should have, except at the end. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with it. I felt like watching that game, we were the better team, and we should have won. And that's what happens in football. You got to close those games out. A lot of those guys talked about that after the game. Aaron Glenn said it too. It's like there's no moral victories in this. There's bright spots for sure, but you have to win those games. Another bright spot for the Jets is Xavier Gibson got cut today. He fumbled twice on kickoffs. One he should have housed, and he tripped himself and then dropped the ball. And then the second one was led to them taking the lead. So immediate reaction. Aaron Glenn wants accountability. He's showing it, right? Like, you're the kick returner. You fumbled it. You're gone, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's great.
Verbal meme. It's the handshake meme. It's me and Tanner. Xavier Gibson got cut on Bills week. I like that.
That's true. He wouldn't do anything. Don't worry. He'd probably just fumble like the last time we played you.
Maybe he would.
But between him and Stevens, if Stevens doesn't slip a million times and then slips on an easy pick six, we win the game. And it's easy to say, yeah, well, if this happened, if that happened, I've done it for years. I'm very, very good at it. But, Stevens he might be the worst DB in the league. Tony Adams, our safety, that guy's tragic, right? So we're looking at individual players. We've got Malachi Moore. They'll probably stick him at safety more. I trust that Aaron Glenn, with his accountability, is going to find an answer to be sustainable on the other side of Sauce. But our second cornerback has to be really good, because if he's going to travel all year long and he's going to shut down DK Metcalf and the quarterback has to go the other way, the rest of the defense is going to have to step up. And so, I was very happy. It was very sad to see. Very Jets-like to lose to a 60-yard field goal. I mean, I when he stepped up, I was like, I don't care if that's from 70. He's making it. Like, it's against the Jets, right?
Yeah.
It's Chris Boswell. He's a great kicker, and it's against the Jets. And he did. And
he's a serial killer.
Oh.
That's what Tomlin said.
Is this the Murder Mystery podcast?
Yeah. Tomlin said
he said.
Oh, did he really?
He said Bob's he's a serial killer, low pulse rate.
Oh, God.
What a great way to describe your kicker. Like, that's he
is very good. Like, I don't think he gets enough credit for how solid he has been for so long.
Very underappreciated. So I'll relinquish the floor to the winner.
Yeah, well, hold on. I like what you said about moral victories, because I think like you said, and maybe you were quoting Aaron Glenn, but there are positives you could take away. You can't just ignore good things because you lost. Yeah. But at the same time, you still have to settle with the fact that you lost, and that has to motivate you. So I've always felt like moral victories are for the fans. I think fans should embrace moral victories because, one, it helps you get through losing games, and two, it is encouraging when you have that kind of thing. But you want the players to stay locked in. So
for sure.
Yeah, it was one of the most fun games to watch the Steelers play offense in a long time. Because, last year was rough. The last 5 years 6 years probably have been really rough since Ben fell off a cliff. But 4 touchdowns from your quarterback is awesome. Spreading the ball out, throwing it to everybody, throwing it in the middle of the field, that's not what hasn't been allowed. So that's been awesome. The defense did look slow, which I think is just from not a lot of them played in the preseason. Cam Hayward's coming off of his contract dispute and hasn't done full practices and stuff. Got a little banged up on one of the plays. But overall, happy with the game. Love having Chris Boswell on the sideline in Pittsburgh. Probably, I would say he's the best kicker in the league right now. I know, there's Brandon Aubrey. He's good, but I still would take Boz every day.
Yeah. I definitely would trust him probably more than any other kicker.
Yeah, especially after a 60-yard field goal is awesome.
Yeah.
Overall, just super excited with the way they played. I think they have a good chance to start the season on a little run. Excited to see if Aaron Rodgers can stay healthy, which is a big if in his age. But sometimes an Achilles takes longer than a year for an older guy like that. So, just see what he has, and overall, just really excited.
I felt like after watching him last year, and then obviously watching him in this game, he looked a lot healthier. He looked a lot better than last year.
He looked like end of year, at the end of the year last year, he started to look a little bit better.
Yeah,
he was showing signs. Yeah,
yeah. So just having if he can stay locked in, he talked about how much he loves the guys on the team. I know that could just be media talk, but it's awesome to see.
Yeah.
No, he'll tell you if he doesn't like the team or a player or a coach or a water boy or anybody. He'll let you know.
Yeah, he certainly will. I will say about the Steelers' defense, the defense did play football when it mattered most.
They did. The special teams played football and the defense played football.
Ramsey with the huge hit. to basically seal the game. So maybe they're just, maybe it was just a slow start. Maybe they will put it together.
Yeah,
But
I
it
think
seemed
by
like
the
they
end of
always
the
do.
game, they were things were starting to click.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need that. And to have it
Yeah.
click when you're tired and you've played a whole game is awesome. But Danny Smith chewing that bubble gum. He was yelling on the sideline after he got that fumble on the kickoff.
Yeah.
It was electric.
Yeah, as someone that hasn't watched like offensive shootouts ever really in my life, I will take that every week than watching our defense be dominant and like hoping our offense will score 3 points. Like I would much rather be like, all right, well I know my offense will get down the field. Maybe we get stopped once or twice a game or 3 times a game. But it's like it's very refreshing to sit there and watch a game and be like, okay, I got a little bit of faith in the offense right now. It's instead of saying, all right, hopefully they don't score. Like as someone that's done that for many years now, it was a good game to watch. It was a lot of fun. Rodgers did look good, I thought. Granted, our defense outside of the key players I named looked atrocious. I mean, he threw 4 touchdown passes. So I'm not taking anything away from him, but 3 of them that were downfield, there wasn't a defender within 8 yards. The other one was a shovel pass. And it's just like one of those things that's like, how many coverages are we going to blow? It was just like very basic mistakes that were really frustrating to watch. But yeah, I thought both teams looked good. I think both teams are like on that lower end of the cusp that I was talking about of like chasing, obviously, the Ravens and Bills, which we'll get to next. But like, I'm not saying the Jets are a playoff contender. I'm not saying they're a Super Bowl contender. But like, I wouldn't be shocked if the Jets went 9-8 or 10-7 and like snuck into the playoffs.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good signs with what happened out there that things can gel. And same with Steelers defense. You kind of brought it up. They're a little older. They didn't play in preseason. They got a lot of new faces out there. It's going to take time for that to click and figure out, how to play coverage together, things of that nature. But I think both teams will be better by the end of the season than not. And I think both teams look good. And I think the issues that both teams had are fixable within the locker room. So
yeah, it was. And honestly, as a non-Ohio State fan, a non-Jets fan, seeing the Justin Field Garrett Wilson connection was really awesome.
That is cool.
Yeah,
that is cool.
Jeremy Rucker too.
Yep. I mean, Fields, I never thought it was fair that people would say he couldn't throw. I think it was more he couldn't get through his progressions. Yeah. So, like you said, I think he thought he did a better job of that on Sunday. It was the first time the Jets went a full half without punting since the 90s, right?
Yeah, 91.
Yeah,
which is
huge.
Yeah, it's quite awesome. And
literally the first time in your life.
Yeah. A lot of that goes towards our offensive coordinator too. It's the first time I've watched a game plan and been like, oh, that was a nice play. Oh man, that was cool. Like we're not running draw plays on 2nd and 9, or we're like when we do run the ball, it's not clear where we're going with it, and like it was nice, man. It's what Aaron Glenn preached of like an identity. We had an identity all game long. He preached accountability. There was that. He preached no moral victories, but there were bright spots. There were that. So I'm fairly excited. Not excited to play the Bills this week, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Speaking of the Bills, unless Caleb has anything else on that game, the Bills played
Screw you, Tanner. Go Steelers.
The Bills played in what appears to be the early candidate for the game of the year. It's nice to finally. It was very good. Nice to finally be on the winning side of one. I feel like every couple years the Bills are in a game of the year and we end up losing the last possession. So cool to get a win in one. Obviously the slow start. The defense is a concern because we did let up 40 points, but you're good. But I believe we let up 40 points to the other best team in the AFC.
Yeah.
So you can kind of hang your hat on that. And we didn't give up. Some of the fans gave up. That sucked. I was there, watched a bunch of them leave. I would estimate maybe 20% dipped out early.
I gave up.
Caleb also gave up. I will say that also accounts for there were a lot of Ravens fans that left too because they're like, oh, dubs, I'm hitting ahead of traffic and getting to the hotel. But the Bills fans that left, shame on you if you were Like, well, I shouldn't say it because PJ did leave early, but I think I think that was more my cousin like had to work in the morning and he's like, he's not like that into football anyway. He's like, you guys are getting smacked and he was his ride. So
yeah.
But I'll cut him a little bit of slack on that. But in general, how could you leave early when you have Josh Allen at the helm?
The reigning MVP.
I would never. Like, there were moments where, because I was sitting with Tommy, there were moments where we kind of threw around like the idea of like, oh, if this happens on the next drive or that happens, like, should we think about it? But in the back of your head, you still have Josh Allen. So even if that thing happens, if we don't score in the next one, it would happen. It would be like, well, maybe if we don't score on the next one. Like, you couldn't bring yourself to give up because there's still a little bit of a chance. Like, I literally told Tommy late in the third quarter, I was like, we're going to win the game because we have the best player in the world, and they don't. It's that simple.
Yeah.
And sure enough, not only was he unbelievable in the fourth, but the defense finally, it took them about 3.5 quarters, but they finally played a little bit of football. Ed Oliver was balling all night. I want to give him some credit because I don't think any of the big platforms, so we'll do it on the small ones, are giving him credit because he was just an absolute menace. I've seen people saying like, credit to the Bills for sticking in it, but, they lucked out with a fluke Derrick Henry fumble. He never fumbles, and they just happened to get it. Like, he fumbled because Ed Oliver bullied the guy in front of him, like, just grown man sunned him, moved him out of the way, and clawed at the ball like a freaking honey badger. Like, that's why he fumbled. He didn't just drop the ball out of nowhere. And then, like, obviously the 4th and 2 touchdown to Keon Coleman, like, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, but you have that luck because you're still in the game because you kept fighting, and just an all-time game. Like, the vibes after the game, I don't know that you could have higher vibes after a regular season win, especially week 1.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Like, usually starting like last year, I think it was, the Bills started playing Mr. Brightside in between the third and fourth quarter, but it's really only if the game is like super close or if we're winning. And at the time, we were like, no chance we're getting Mr. Brightside tonight. So they did not play it. But then after the game ended, all of a sudden you hear Mr. Brightside come on, and it was just a big party. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's electric.
So fun.
Yeah, and
so fun, but
the Ravens are still scary. Like,
very much so. Yeah, very much so. I mean, obviously, like, anytime you score 40 points, that's a problem. And I think you can cut them a little bit of slack for the comeback. I think, I know I'm glazing right now, but I think Josh Allen just like went nuclear. I don't think it mattered who he was playing against in that moment. He just flipped the switch. So it's hard to. Yeah. Like, I don't think anyone was stopping him. The Bills' rush defense obviously was concerning, but I'm gonna wait until at least if we go the first 3 weeks being awful at stopping the run, I'll get concerned because week 1 you're facing a duo that has never existed in the NFL until last year, having a guy as talented as Derrick Henry paired with a guy as talented as Lamar Jackson. Like, it's almost impossible to stop that because you can't hone in on one or the other, and you can't go 50-50. No matter what you do, someone's going to burn you. So I'll cut them a little bit of slack there. And then next week they have, this might sound like an insult, but I mean it as a compliment. They have the great value version of that with Breece Hall and Justin Fields. So I'm very interested to see what kind of adjustments McDermott makes. Does he learn from anything he felt like he did wrong in week 1 going against a similar matchup? So I don't know. I'm looking forward to that. And as far as the Ravens defense is concerned, I'm still in on their defense being good this year because I still believe in Kyle Hamilton, defensive player of the year. That's my pick. I got him at plus 5,000, and I'm riding.
Yeah. Did he? I watched the game, but I didn't pay full attention. Did he come back after getting hurt?
Yeah, he briefly exited, but he came back.
Okay. Yeah.
He actually almost blocked the field goal. You could almost convince me he got if he told me he felt like he got a finger on it, I'd believe him. It was that close.
Yeah.
Very, very close.
Yeah.
He's a dog.
Yeah, I thought, I saw the hands up. I thought they blocked it.
Yeah.
Kind of like what Killer was saying, he like game of the decade maybe. I fully agree. That is the second best game I've ever seen behind the Rams.
I was going to say, first Chiefs. One, as we all know, Rams Chiefs.
But that game was electric, man. And it had everything kind of that you wanted. Had great offense. There were great defensive stops, right? When you get into those games, it's not really like, oh man, we let up 28 points or 40 points. It's like, did you get a stop when it mattered? They did. Ed Oliver, it's not a fluke fumble. If a guy's going for a strip and he gets the ball, it's not a fluke, right?
It's a great
That's
play.
a great play. And it makes an even better play that it's on somebody that protects the ball so well, right?
Yeah.
That game was incredible. Only complaint I have is that I got shafted on a stat correction by DraftKings.
That was brutal.
That is brutal. So
I would almost argue I think that should be illegal. Like,
I agree.
Even if DraftKings is like, oh, that's the NFL's fault, they wrote the stat down wrong. Well, then the NFL should have to pay it out. Someone should have to pay that out.
Somebody should pay me my money.
Yeah,
right.
Seriously.
And so for the listeners, right, I had a small parlay. It wasn't crazy. It was just to win $500. I had a couple touchdown scores, and the biggest things that I had was like Lamar total yards, 280, and I had the Bills to win, right? So I'm watching this game, and much kind of like Luke, I'm like figuring out what has to happen for the Bills to win and for Lamar to get this. So last play, Lamar throws the ball. They call for 7 yards. They still have to punt it away. I'm like, oh my God, I just got my number for Lamar. Check the app. Did get it. 7 yards, 280 yards. I'm all good, right? Bills go down and score. I'm going nuts. I'm sending all my friends my bet, right? I've screenshotted it already. Go back in 10 minutes later. They stat corrected it down to 279. I had over 279 and a half. And I did reach out because I was like, hey, there's some discrepancy here. There's a couple sites that are saying that this was from 3rd and 9 to 4th and 2. It was a 7-yard play. There are a couple that are saying 6 yards. I feel as if I should, in this discrepancy, I should be paid out, like, respectfully. Didn't get anywhere with it because they're not going to pay that out. Of
course not.
But it was one of those things that was like really tough to be on that side of the beat, especially when you need a team to win and they're down by, what was it, 3 scores with 4 minutes left, and it sucked, man. It did suck, but crazy beat. Haven't had one like that before.
Yeah, did they? What was their response with you? Like, did they get like super hostile and like rude?
No,
because FanDuel did that to me once, and it was crazy.
Yeah, no, they were nice. They were like, "Hey Tanner, how's it going?" And then they were like, "Our stats are solely based off of the NFL game book." Which the NFL game book had him at 209 passing instead of 210 and 70. And I didn't respond because I was like, I'm not going to thank them, one, because they're not running me my money, and two, I'm not going to argue with them. They're not going to change it. But I figured it was worth a shot because I did see some discrepancies between different sites. Like, I can't remember. I think Yahoo had him at 7 yards for that, and just like little different things. So I figured it was worth a shot. Maybe they'd feel bad. They did not feel bad.
I messed up a bonus bet one time on FanDuel, and I mean, I love FanDuel. I still use it all the time, but I messed up a bonus bet, and I don't remember what I did wrong. Like, I was in the wrong, but I thought it was reasonable enough to like reach out and see if they can like reset it because no action had started yet. And I reached out to them like, hey, like I messed this thing up. Is it possible you could just like void that whole ticket and just like reassign the bonus to my account? So I can redo it the correct way. I don't remember what it was. It's been a year or so. And what I do remember was how they respond. They basically were like trying to say that I was a fiend that was trying to beg them for a bonus bet. And I'm like, bro, I'm asking you to take the one I used away. They were like, if you ask for another unwarranted promotion, you will we will have to consider punishment.
We're gonna ban you. Well, that's,
like, I don't remember how they worded it, but it was basically saying, like, ask us for a bonus to bet again and see what happens. I'm like, and I told him, like, I'm not asking you for, I'm asking you
just
to
want the one
honor the one that you gave me. I just wanted to know if you could reset it. I was like, if you can't, that's fine. Just don't come at me like that. It's crazy.
That's how I got banned from FanDuel. I was begging them each day for a bonus bet.
Every single day.
Please give me a bonus bet.
Money, guys. I'm a fiend.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I think it's funny because it's like, yeah, I am a fiend. You're right. I'm addicted to sports betting. Give me my bonus bet back. Like,
yeah, exactly. I am, but I'm not. What I'm asking is not that unreasonable. And also, if you can't do it, that's fine. You don't have to call me a fiend while you're doing it. Just say you can't do it. Like, it's crazy. It's insane.
A little out of pocket. Yeah, see, that's why I stopped using FanDuel.
Yeah.
The last thing I had on this game, I do have something about the tailgate, but the last thing I had on the game itself, watch out for Joey Bosa because he might be back. The first half, not great. Second half, I thought he was a problem. He was in the mix a lot. I thought our pressure on Lamar was fantastic. Obviously, the run defense, I mentioned the concerns. But the pass rush looked like it was there, and Bosa was definitely a part of it. He had the strip on Justice Hill on the screen pass.
Yeah.
Hill did fall back on it, but it was still, a huge play.
Yeah.
They lost a bunch of yards.
Play, yeah.
So Joey looked that he energized and ready to roll.
He probably needed a little bit of time to get into it too.
Yeah.
He's an older player
for sure. For sure. So that was exciting to see. World of T-shirts if he locked in, aka Joey Bosa, as they say. But I had something on the tailgate here. So we went to the Hammers lot, met up with good old Yap Matt, and while I was there, Matt wasn't a part of this, but while I was there, Tommy's like, "Yo, I got to go to the bathroom. It's over here." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm not doing anything. Like, I'll go." And maybe by the time I'm through the line, I'll have to go anyway. So we go over there, get in line, and we're standing there, and somebody just like slams into the back of me, like just walks right into me. And I'm like, oh, maybe they I'm not going to instantly turn around, big bro, what's your problem? But I turn around, there's like no reason for him to have bumped into me. But I'm you guys know me. I'm not a confrontational guy. I'm like, whatever. And then all of a sudden, Tommy starts going, yo, and he pulls out his phone. He's like, yo, Jimmy Gambles. Hey, Jimmy Gambles. I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. And he's like, and this
went Hollywood on him.
Jimothy, I don't know who this guy is. He was like, he says nothing and like mean mugs Tommy and storms off. And I'm like, bro, like, who are you to think you can't take a picture or video with Tommy real quick? Like, you should be lucky that this guy knows who you are. Like, no one knows who we are. If someone came up and was like, oh my gosh, guy from Yelling at Pigeons, I'd be like, there's just no way. That, like, who paid you to say that?
With me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who told you?
Yeah. Like, be grateful, dude. Like, that's awesome that he's trying to support you or at least acknowledge you.
That's the guy that ran into you, too?
That's the guy that ran into me. Yeah.
What a dick. This is...
But
I'm
Tanner,
from Yelling at Pigeons.
My notes said, Jimmy Gambles, apparently famous, is a dick. That is exactly what I put in my notes. So, right, Jimmy Gambles, my new op. Because what happened...
This guy's a dick.
Have you heard of this guy?
No, I've never heard of him.
Here's the kicker.
69 followers on
Here's
TikTok,
the kicker.
Or Twitter.
He's a Nelk boy descendant. The
yeah.
Nelk boys, we were so grateful to be graced by their presence. They were at the Hammers Lot tailgate, the Nelk boys themselves. And I don't really have a problem. Like, I'm neutral on the Nelk boys, whatever. I don't care, whatever. And this guy, James Gambles, I asked Tommy, he was like, that's Jimmy Gambles. I was like, is that his Christian name? Gambles? Like, where did he get that from?
Christian name?
So James Gambles is my new op, and Tommy was like, oh, you don't know who he is? He's like, how do I explain it? He's like, he's like the Nicky Smokes of the Nelk Boys, which if you know anything about Nicky Smokes and the Nelk Boys, that might be the worst thing you could say about a person. Yeah. That they are the Nicky Smokes of the Nelk Boys. That is nice. That's a brutal reference. So the opposite of shout out. What did we call that last week when I opposite shouted out Noah for
whisper in?
Oh yeah, a whisper in to James Gambles, my new op. So that was the rest that I had on that game.
You're a better gambler than him too. Just saying.
You know what? I probably am. I'll say that. I like to be modest, but I probably am.
We'll get to that point in this show, but James Gambles, we're coming for you.
Yeah,
okay?
James.
Indirectly, we're coming for the Nelk Boys. We don't mean to. You just got a roadie named James Gambles that's running into our boy, right? And won't take a picture.
Yeah, I was relatively neutral on the Nelk Boys, and now that was a notch in the wrong way. So, and it's James Gamble's fault. So, again, silent whisper or whatever to him.
Whisper in.
Shout in. Whisper into him. Yeah. Okay. That was all I had on that game.
Sweet. Do you guys have any other takeaways? I know for the viewers and listeners from last year, we've kind of switched it up. We're not going to go over every single game because there's a lot of games that nobody wants to hear about.
Even though we said that, and then we spent 45 minutes on it.
Yeah.
But we spent 45 minutes on 5
We're talking about things that matter to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not
much better than 45 minutes of breezing through each game. So,
exactly. So, do you guys have anything else outside of these 4 games that you wanted to add?
The Bears are the Bears.
All right, Caleb spoke first. Luke's got his hand up.
Is that all he had though? Bears or the Bears?
Yeah, JJ McCarthy might be good.
He might. Yeah, he might.
Man.
The fourth quarter was electric. The first 3 were.
You know what's kind of crazy is I have 2, and they're the opposite of what you have, Caleb.
Really? You think the Bears are good and JJ
McCarthy's you think the
bad?
Bears aren't the Bears?
No. I
think that's an objective fact. The Bears are definitely the Bears.
The Bears might be the Cubs.
Oh.
Okay. No, I think the Bears are not a great team by any means, but if you just watching that game with no commentary, I would still take Caleb Williams 10 out of 10 times over JJ McCarthy.
Okay.
And I didn't think that McCarthy looked good. I mean, it did take him a while to get going. He did get going eventually.
In the fourth quarter. I think it's hard to deny he looked good in the fourth quarter.
Sure.
I would agree on the first 3.
It's I'm not going to go onto a stance on really either of these guys, so I don't fall flat on my face. That's rude. I just, all jokes aside, I don't know. I thought Caleb Williams looked good. I think he has unbelievable talent. It's just like he needs somebody, which I think that somebody is Ben Johnson, to hone it in and say, hey, just take a little bit off these throws. Like that throw that you're making, you need to take a little bit off here. Like settle down, which I think he's going to do.
Yeah.
I think the Bears could be good. I think Caleb Williams has a talent to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I mean, that kid's escapability. The best way I could put it is like Zach Wilson on steroids. Like the checkdowns and the easy throws that you'd expect him to make, he didn't, and it was frustrating. But there were some really, really good throws in that football game from Caleb Williams. Some of them weren't brought down. And it's like, that kid has all the talent in the world. And then vice versa. JJ McCarthy, he started rolling. I don't see much more than a game manager from him. Like, I don't see, I just don't, I don't see it. And maybe I'm wrong, but like, that's a game that they should have never really been losing. But he had like 35 passing yards at halftime. And that's not something like, even if he's slow to start, like a slow start for a decent to a good quarterback is like 75 passing yards. Like, I don't know. I think the Vikings rightfully won. They have a better defense, but I just feel like Caleb Williams is light years ahead, and I wouldn't be shocked if Kevin O'Connell's kicking himself a little bit that this is the kid of the future for the Vikings.
So I don't entirely disagree. I do think it's a little unfair to hold him to that same slow start standard, being his first start against a Bears defense that I think has a lot of capable players. I think they were giving him a lot of difficult looks. But I agree with you on him being a game manager, but disagree on what that kind of entails. Like I said, even in the draft process, well, once he got picked by the Vikings, because I said it depended on where he went. I don't think he's like a super special player, but I think in that situation, with that receiving corps, with that coaching staff, he's in a great spot to succeed. And I think he can make the throws where, O'Connell, right? That's his name, the coach?
Yeah.
O'Connell can basically, he's a wizard. He's going to be like, this is the play we're going to call. More than likely, this guy's like, you're going to look to this side and this guy's probably going to be there. And if he's not, go here. And I think he can execute that. So I expect to see decent numbers from JJ McCarthy in the long run because of his situation. But if he were to go somewhere else, I think he would fall flat on his face. I think he's capable of executing O'Connell's offense.
Yeah, and I guess my point too is like I put like Kevin O'Connell to me is in the upper echelons of head coaches. He's in a very elite group of offensive minds that like he turned Sam Darnold into a quarterback that just got $100 million, right? Like that guy's system, and I agree with what you're saying. So like it's like one of those things that is going to come down to eye test, and it's like but when it matters and that one guy isn't open because of Kevin O'Connell's plays, or two guys aren't open, or the running game's not going, I just don't see JJ McCarthy winning like a lot of tight games against good teams, right? And that's just the way that I see it. Like the defense absolutely shut the Bears down. I mean, they scored, I think it was 21 points, right? One of them was an abysmal pick six. I mean, an out route that he couldn't get to his receiver on time, right? Like, that is a throw you do not make in the NFL. He made it. Bears got points off of it. It's just eye test wise, I don't. He's not. You could put 25 other quarterbacks in that system right now, and I think they would do a hell of a lot better than he would. And Sam Darnold's top of that list, right? Because he's already been there. I think Kevin O'Connell is going to be kind of kicking himself. I wouldn't be shocked if that kick gets replaced within the next year or two.
It's his first start. I would give it some time.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I do agree. Like, I would still take Caleb Williams over him. I just think two things can be true at once. I would take Caleb Williams over him, but I would almost even – I was going to say I could see a world. I would almost even say it's likely that McCarthy finishes with a better stat line this year. That's my bold prediction. Better stat line than Caleb Williams.
Do we do a bet? I'll take the other side of that.
It depends on how much you want to bet.
I mean, we can figure it out. I don't know. We do something on the podcast.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. Yeah, I think he finishes. But
I'm on Caleb Williams' side
because Caleb Williams, to me, like, I see all the good things that you're seeing. Like, but the problem with me is I felt like I saw them last year. Like, he still had those flashes, and he's still making rookie mistakes. Is what bothers me. Like the intentional grounding. He had multiple sacks, I believe, where he just kind of went out of bounds too early. Like the one he tried to make a throw last second, but he stepped out of bounds first. Like little things like that. What are you doing? And he's missing some throws that should be routine. Now, on the flip side, he can make throws that a lot of people can't. So that's the frustrating thing about Caleb Williams is he's capable of so much. Like he's capable of being a top 5, maybe top 3, maybe the best quarterback in this league if all goes perfect because he has the tools. But I won't rush the judgment because it's only been one game in Ben Johnson's system, but I wanted to see more progress.
Yeah.
Instead of just flashes.
Yeah. I get it.
So, finally on to week 2.
Finally on to week 2.
I think.
There we go.
Oh, no, we're not. Because my one thing, I forgot. My one thing about week 1. Just real quick, Caleb Williams has the worst equipment loadout in all of sports. It's awful. And I noticed this in preseason when we played them. Me and Jimmy were talking about it because he was the only player on the field that didn't have either high socks or leggings. He just had the legs out. Just had him breathing.
Which is crazy.
And it was crazy looking. Like he had the high socks. He had them rolled all the way down. Then he had like a big baggy shirt. He did the baggy shirt again on Monday, which can work if it matches. But it was untucked and baggy and short sleeved and gray.
Yeah, which is none of the Bears colors.
Very weird. And I mean, I'm sure it was a Bears shirt. It's probably a team issue. Like probably has a Bears logo on the chest or something. But like,
I'm on the other side of that. I bet it's. I guarantee it's like has like Daft Punk written on the front of it or something. Like something super like crazy. You know what I mean?
He's trying to get a lucky
I
early.
would love to know. I would love to know what his playlist looks like. That would be very interesting.
Might start painting your nails.
Maybe. Like I don't know. He might have a fire playlist. I don't know. But I feel like that shirt could just as easily be like a young female pop star like tour T-shirt or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
which like
Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, that would be fire. But maybe not a football shirt, but fire. You know, more power to him. But yeah, crazy look. That was a crazy look.
Yeah.
So on to week 2. Thursday night football. We can start off with that. We have tonight, if you're listening the day this came out, Commanders at Packers. The Packers are favored by 3.5, and the total is 48.5. Thoughts, Tanner?
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I think this is one of the games of the early season. I think I'm not buying the dip on Jaden Daniels, like recession in the second year and all that. Like, I think the Commanders are a really good football team. I think the Packers obviously went all in with Micah Parsons. I think they looked incredible against the Lions, who we'll kind of talk about a little later. But I love this game. I think it could go many different ways. I'm super excited about it, though. I think the Packers for me right now, are the team to beat in the NFC.
I still have the Eagles, but I respect that because I think they're right there. Like, I think you can make the case for either one. They're very good. Packers are very, very good.
Yeah, I think after adding Micah Parsons and, I mean, the Packers' run game is going to be fun to watch all year. And Jordan Love this is where we need to prove it.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of young receivers. And they look really good. They beat on the Lions.
Yeah, I guess the question is, do they look really good or do the Lions look really bad?
Yeah.
Or both. Maybe it's both.
Could be both.
Maybe it's both, right?
Maybe it's both.
Do you guys ever get confused watching the Packers? Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're
good.
They
have 4 of the same receivers.
Oh, they do.
Like, they're all the same type. Like, I'm not like, oh, the big guys, that's Drake London, right? And I know that guy's Darnell Mooney or whatever it is. It's like, they all look the same.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm a big Dontavion Wicks guy, though, so he stands out. So I'm like, that guy's a stud. Get him the ball.
Okay.
Feed Dontavion. That's the new campaign of this show. Feed Dontavion.
And
feed the Wicks.
And their tight ends are exactly the same, too.
Yeah.
The tight ends are exactly the same. Yes.
Grafton, Musgrave are like the exact same dudes.
Yeah. Yeah, they are the same. And they both sound like a tight end that plays for, like, football in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Musgrave and Kraft.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. I will say, as far as you talked about the run game being good, as far as it pertains to this game,
it was very okay.
They did lose. I'm saying in Thursday's game, they will go into it without their right tackle and their left guard potentially. Both were lost in the Lions game, and as of time we are recording, is up in the air whether or not they will play. So
good to know.
That could come into play when we talk bets for this game. I don't know if maybe that makes the offense call for more short passes, more passing in general, just to buy time. I don't know, but something to keep an eye on. Does anyone have any picks for this? Do we want to build like a group parlay?
Oh, I would like to do that.
Do we want to do it now, or do we want to get through the preview and do it at the end? I'm down to do it whenever.
I mean, we're talking about it now.
Yeah, let's build it now. Then.
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, we'll do it now. I mean, I have some picks for you guys. I can start it off. How do we want to do it? Like 2 picks a piece, and we'll just kind of go like one by one?
Yeah,
I'll give a pick, and then Caleb, and then Tanner, and then so on.
Yeah. So
snake draft?
For the listeners, real quick, every week we're gonna build a 6-leg parlay for Thursday's night game. We're gonna do 2 legs each, and we're gonna do our best to win a lot of money and win, as Luke said earlier before the podcast
Best
started.
Of both worlds.
Luke is gonna kick it off. Do we want to do both picks, or do we want to do like draft style, or how do we want to do it?
We'll do a draft style, even though we're drafting for the same team. We're all on the same team here.
Yeah, we're all on the same team here, and we're all also we don't know each other's picks, so this might take
we have not discussed
an extended period of time of matching stuff up to what we would do. So
So in reference to my theory that with the lineman injuries they could be passing the ball more, I think the first round rookie Matthew Golden finds the end zone this week.
All right,
I like that. That's 230 at the moment. Anytime touchdown.
Yeah.
Give me Deebo Samuel over 6.5 rushing yards.
Love that.
-4.
Love that. He had 19 in week 1. He had 19 in week 1.
Wait, where do you see that? Bro, how do I get that? Oh, there
you're on a different app,
it should be on there somewhere.
Yeah.
Sounds like one of these apps should sponsor us so we can all use the same one.
Yeah.
And
if it's FanDuel, we should unlock Tanner. But
facts. Both fair statements. Yeah, kind of to go off of what you were saying about the offensive line. I'm going to take, this is a bet that I've been loving. I don't know if it's on FanDuel, even though it costs me money. But I'm liking the pass and rush numbers for quarterbacks, total yards. I'm going to take Jordan Love over 240.5. I think he's going to be scrambling a decent amount away, and I think he's going to throw the ball more. So 240.5 for passing and rushing, I think, is easy for him to get to.
Okay, I have to see if they have that on FanDuel.
I don't see it on here.
We might be in trouble. Oh, Jaden Daniels passing plus rushing. Yeah, is that the one you took?
Yeah, passing plus rushing
for Jaden Daniels or for Jordan Love.
No, Jordan Love.
Jordan Love. Okay.
Yeah.
And you just took his line, no alt.
Yeah, no alt.
And you took
just
the
line. Over 240.5.
Love that, because I actually I'll share my parlay that I made later, but I have him for 250 passing alone. So
lovely.
Yeah. So I like that.
Where did you find it? Did you find it, Luke?
Yeah. If you go to same game parlay and just scroll down a little bit, it's in there.
Cool.
Yeah, it's down past the first quarter and first half on DraftKings, so you might have to scroll a little bit.
Yeah.
Back to you, Luke.
All right. If we're going back to me, I have another touchdown scorer that I like, but I'm not going to do that to you guys. If we're going to do two, I'll let one of you guys pick the other one. I like...
You can. Dude, if you have it, fire away.
But I'm going to feel bad if I ruined it with my touchdowns, because they're the hardest things to hit.
I'm terrible at touchdowns, so I try not to pick them. So I don't want to be the guy.
Here's the thing. I really like Bill Krosky-Merritt to score. I think week one was just getting started.
Yes, I love that.
Let's roll.
I don't mean to cut line here, but I'm going Krosky-Merritt 40-plus rushing yards as well.
That. My parlay has him for 50. We're on the same. I like this. We're on the same wavelength here. Caleb,
right, I'm so behind right now. How much are you going for Krosky-Merritt? Plus over 40?
40,
over
right?
40.
Yeah. So you should have 4 total picks right now for those.
And then him to
subtract. It's Matthew Golden touchdown, Deebo Samuel over 6.5 rushing yards, Jordan Love over 335.5 passing and rushing combined, and Bill Krosky-Merritt. For those who don't know, you might find him under Jacory for 40-plus rushing yards.
Great.
Also, fun fact about that Vikings game in betting, I knew the Bears were going to do the Bears thing and blow that. Took the Vikings at plus 540, and within like a minute of game time, they were like plus 130. They ended up winning.
Oh,
so got in at the perfect time.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Luke, are you taking Krosky-Merritt to score?
We are.
Great. So we should have 5.
Don't clip that. Don't clip that. I'm not a Penn State fan. Don't clip that. I said we are.
So I guess it's down to me.
It is indeed.
Give me...
Do you have the last two?
No, I have the last one.
This is the last one? Okay, then I'm behind. This is going great. I have 4 picks on here right now.
All right, read them off.
I'm showing Matthew Golden. This is in order, too. I'm showing Matthew Golden anytime. Deebo over 6.5 rushing. Jordan Love over 235.5 passing plus rushing. And Krosky-Merritt over 40 rushing.
You don't have Krosky-Merritt touchdown.
That
was your pick. That was your pick.
I don't have my pick. Okay. All right, that explains it. All right. You got the last pick then. What
do I do it?
Colson Yankoff over? No.
I unfortunately like the Commanders plus 3.5, but I don't know if I like it enough to put it on this.
I don't hate that, honestly.
It all comes down to Caleb. What will it be? Will it be... Well, it can't be another touchdown scorer. Will it be a good one? Could be anything. What does Caleb have going through his brain right now? You used up my whole sound effect.
I thought you baited an end, and he was going to re-cue it.
No,
Cue it up again.
Okay. Caleb, what is your pick?
I don't know. You know what? Give me Washington plus 3.5.
Okay, let's go. Washington plus 3.5. Love it. It was lit. We got Washington plus 3.5, boys. Add it to the ticket. That is the parlay for legal reasons. Will definitely not hit, but we would love for you to run it with us anyway. let us know if anyone runs this. Send it to us.
Yeah.
If you don't want to make your bets public, then just send us a little DM. Speak, I tailed.
Yeah.
What are the odds showing you boys for your parlay?
So I'm looking at
54-62.
Yep, same.
Plus 6,200. So 62 to 1.
No, plus 54.62.
Oh,
so 54
okay,
to 1.
My bad.
Yeah.
All right, so 54 to 1. Right.
Yeah.
And guess what? I'm locking it in right now. Bam. The bet has been placed.
All right, so just to recap, everybody, we've got Bill Krosky-Merritt touchdown. We've got Matthew Golden anytime touchdown scoring. We've got Bill Krosky-Merritt over 40 rushing yards. We've also got Deebo Samuel over 7.5 rushing yards. And then we've got Jordan Love over his passing and rushing combined over yards. And then we're doing the Commanders plus 3.5. So if they lose by a field goal, we still win our parlay.
Yep.
Yes, and if they lose by more than a field goal, Caleb owes me and Tanner like $500 each.
Yeah. I agree. He has to pay out the DraftKings bet from last week.
Yes, precisely. All right, yeah. That was our weekly parlay. And now it's time for
Luke has
Bills,
a trigger finger
Jets.
on the.
It's like I almost remembered they were there, even though I look at them the whole time. But yeah, Bills, Jets. Tanner, would you like to kick us off?
Yeah, I'll try not to fumble this. So Bills at the Jets, Jets at home, 2 straight games. Bills are 6.5 favorites here. Totals at 46.5. I am very cautiously optimistic. I think the Jets cover the 6.5 in this game. I think much like you were talking about, the Bills did not do very well against the run. The Jets dominated in the run game. And I think that this game has always been relatively close. There's a couple Bills blowouts in there, but there's a couple Jets wins in there when they were double-digit dogs, right? And so these two teams don't really like each other. The Jets usually show up and play well against the Bills. The over-under, that seems fine to me. I was thinking like 23-20 to the Bills. If the Jets won, I'd be ecstatic, but I don't think that they will. I think that much like the Steelers last week, we're still learning how to win football games. With that, I think we're going to be in a lot of games to learn how to win football games. This will be another one, but they do lose by 3 in this game to me.
Yeah, I like the thought process. I like the over in this game. I mean, actually, okay, I like the over, but I can acknowledge it's probably a trap because both of these teams scored a ton of points last week.
Yeah.
So I might take the bait, but I will acknowledge that that feels like a trap line. Because, I mean, the Bills scored 41 on their own last week. The Jets scored, what, 30, 32?
32.
Yeah. So, yeah. But if we continue to not be able to stop the run, the Jets are probably going to score. And if we're going to, manage to still win. If we can't
stop the pass, you're probably going to
score. We're going to score. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, by that logic, we should have an over here. Let me see what other notes that I have here. I had Jets usually play us hard. We do technically have no business losing this game just because we're supposed to be like perennial contenders at this point, so you need to prove it. With that being said, if we lose, I'll be frustrated, but the sky's not falling. Like, it's week 2, it's a divisional game against a team that always plays you really hard, and a team that played really well in week 1. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just more so looking forward to it. If we lose, we'll be 1-1, which would be the same as if we didn't have a crazy comeback in week 1 and then beat the Jets this week. So,
yeah,
we're kind of playing with house money a little bit right now because comeback was so crazy.
There's a world that the Jets win, and they're also in first place.
Yeah,
in the AFC East.
That is true.
And yeah, that would be quite crazy. Still week 2. I'm not fucking sounding the alarm here, but I do think they're going to keep it close. It does seem like that's the type of team that they're going to put on the field. That's what Aaron Glenn has kind of shown and what he portrays in the media. And so I think it's going to be a tough game for both teams, honestly. I don't, a lot of the times you look at the week 1 and what we just said is like, Bills can't stop the run. Jets can't stop the pass. it's going over, right?
Yeah, the stoppable force versus the movable object.
Yeah, wouldn't be shocked though if both teams figured that out, or one team figured that out.
Yeah,
probably not the Jets, but I wouldn't be shocked that the Bills are like, okay, watch this game plan. I know what we did against the Ravens. This was wrong, much like you were talking about with McDermott. So, yeah, I think it'll be a close game. I think the Jets cover.
I think it's very possible the Jets keep this close, and if you can keep a game close, like the ball is not perfectly round. You can't guess where it's going to bounce, and sometimes it bounces one team's way. So who knows?
That's a good. I just kind of want to take it over real quick. The Jets. I don't have any stats on this, but dating back to 2015, I would not be shocked if the Jets had the lowest conversions of forced fumbles to fumble recoveries. The past 3 years, it's like we forced 2 fumbles a game. We've never gotten them. We do not. In the Steelers game, we forced 2 fumbles. We don't get them, right? The DK Metcalf pass that bounces off of him, hits the tight end. Our safety's right there. Doesn't bounce him, right? It's like the ball doesn't bounce to one team unless you're playing the Jets. It doesn't bounce to the Jets. It's insane to watch. It's like clockwork.
I believe Warren Sharp tracks this. I'm trying to see if I can find a stat that he's tweeted recently about fumble luck. He most recently tweeted about fumble luck. Well, all right. I wish I knew where I could access where he gets his information from, because he hasn't even tweeted the word fumble luck since 2023. So, but
well, I mean, even
I wish I had that information. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, though, even that tweet was specific to one team and where they rank. It wasn't showing the rest. So,
yeah.
But yeah, no. I mean, sometimes the ball it sucks. It just doesn't bounce your way. What did we have next? Bears and Lions. We did talk about the Bears game last week. Talked about the Lions game last week. This is the Ben Johnson return, the revenge game, if you will. Obviously, Detroit appeared to be struggling with their new coordinators. Shout out to Calvin Shepard. Hopefully figures it out. Bills legend. Got us Jerry Hughes. And I talked about it, but I thought Caleb Williams looked a little rough week 1. Aside from, again, he did still show those flashes where it's like, this guy's got something. Also, faster than he gets credit for. Like, he can move. But yeah, what do you guys think about this game, Caleb?
I think it's going to be fun. Like, I think Ben Johnson might pull out some tricks out of his hat and see what he can do.
Try to show off a little bit.
Let's try to show off a little bit. Try to see what he can do. I saw a stat earlier that Dan Campbell has a crazy winning record against the spread after a loss. So
I can see that.
There's also that, but he also has had his coordinators taken away from him. So is he an offensive and defensive coordinator merchant? But I do like. I want to say I like the Lions here, but I'm really not sure. Because we don't know if they are the same team that they were last year. I like the over. I like the over 47.5.
Yeah, I don't hate it. Like I said, we don't really know what Lions team this is.
Yeah.
If I felt confident that it was last year's Lions team, I would feel incredibly confident picking them.
Yeah. I would take them.
Because I'm kind of the same way. I think I like the Lions, but the think is doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I would take them and the over with them getting all the points for the over if it was the same Lions team as last year.
Yeah. But it might be a very different team.
Yeah.
Tanner, thoughts?
Yeah, I think this will be a very interesting game to figure out what Detroit is going to be, if they were really based around their 2 coordinators last year, or if they're able to right the ship a little bit. The Bears did struggle in week 1, especially offensively. I kind of like the Bears to win this game with an upset. I know that's probably out of left field, but
going into Detroit,
Ben Johnson returns. I think he cooks up a good game plan. I think Caleb Williams plays well, and I think the Bears not only cover the 5.5, but I think that they win this game.
Nice, I like it. Like him outright, little money line action. Love that.
Yeah, I do.
You know me, I love plus signs. So you just want to talk me into
plus
it.
sign.
More money.
Yep. Yep.
More
Anything
money,
else on
more
this game
profit.
before we move on?
That's all I got.
Listen, if the Bears only had to play 3 quarters of football, they might be the favorite for the Super Bowl.
I don't know though, because honestly, even through 3 quarters, they had 17 points and 7 of them were from a pick six off a horrible ball. You know, so
that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're going to learn a lot this game. That's my big takeaway. We're going to learn a lot about both teams. Lastly, on our list of what we're planning on covering is the Eagles and Chiefs, a little Super Bowl rematch in Kansas City. The over-under is 46.5. And Tanner, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I kind of like the underdog in this one again too. I think the Chiefs called out in Brazil week 1. I think they're going to bounce back. The Eagles look good against the Cowboys. I didn't think that they looked great. I don't know if they put out a ruling on Jalen Carter yet, or if they're going to hold that off for 2 years, as they do with a lot of their investigations. There's some talk of him getting suspended for spitting on Dak, which, I don't have a here nor there for me. I don't really care either way. But at Arrowhead, I think the Chiefs right the ship against the Eagles. Yeah, I like the under in this game too, 46.5. I kind of like being on the other side of that. I think it's going to be like a low-scoring 23-17 game.
I can see that.
Both these teams are massively, they can both pop off and score 47 points at any point. We saw it in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the defenses play better. I thought the Eagles' defense didn't look very good against the Cowboys. And the Cowboys aren't very good when it comes to players. They are a decent team, but outside of CD and George Pickens, they don't really have another back. Jake Ferguson's a serviceable tight end, but he's not like an elite guy. Yeah, I kind of like the Chiefs on this.
We're going head-to-head here because I am shocked that the Eagles are only -1.5. They played the Chiefs 2 games ago. They wiped the floor with them, and the Chiefs are banged up right now. They don't have Worthy. They don't have Rice. I just don't.
And they're coming back from Brazil. And
he's coming back from Brazil. That is true.
And I think that's the Eagles have an extra day of rest on them. And yeah, I know
that's true.
It's in Kansas City, but
that plays a factor.
I just think that having that extra day and not having to travel from another country is
huge. I guess my biggest thing is aside from I like Hollywood Brown. I don't like the idea of him being your number 1. So I'm wondering where the scoring is going to come from. With that being said, I do love touchdown scorers and I do love plus signs. So I will be taking Tyquan Thornton to score.
Tyquan Thornton's a good bet this week.
Yeah. I don't know what his odds are. They're not up as the time we're recording this, but I will be taking him to score.
There you go.
That's a little freebie for you guys, as if I charge for any of my picks. They're all free, but
I think this is going to be. I think it's going to be a fun game. I'm excited to watch it. Hot take.
Yeah, Super Bowl rematch, fun game. That is a hot take. All right, do we have anything else clean up before we go?
Personally, I wanted to circle back to the Jets and fumbles because I did find a place that they do track this. So 2024, actually, the Jets were kind of middle of the pack. They are ranked 10 in the NFL, which I'll eat my words for just 1 year.
10 in a good way?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
they recovered 52% of fumbles last year, which it didn't feel that way. But these stats are stats.
Can I guess? This is from last year?
Yeah.
Can I guess that the Ravens are in the top 5?
Yeah, let's do it. Let me go back to that year.
I don't really know who I would think is in the rest of the top 5, but I just feel like they're in the top 5.
I think you'd be shocked at who's number 1, actually.
The Bills.
The Bills.
Yeah.
The Ravens are not. They're 19. But a lot of these, so just want to throw out there, a lot of these are separated by point something percentage, right? And
Yeah.
So like there's 12 teams separated by 3 percentage points in the middle part.
Yeah.
The Bills
you
were
also
the
might.
runaway.
I'll say you also might not have a ton of fumbles. You just recovered.
Yeah, right.
You had a few, and you recovered most of them. You know what I mean?
And there's no like ADOT, right? Like, there's no like advanced stat for this. Like, was it a big fumble that they recovered, or were they down by 30? Felt like the Jets were probably down by 30 at that point. 2023, the Jets ranked dead last in recovering fumbles.
Yikes.
Yeah. 2022, they ranked 30th out of 32 teams recovering fumbles. 2021, they ranked 31st. 2020 is the same. I'm not going to bore you. 2019, very much the same. They've been always a very bad team at recovering fumbles, and I don't know what that is. A lot of them were like the Steelers game, where it was like we had no chance of recovering the ball, but the ball was fumbled. Just one of those things that you watch over and over. Eye test is like so frustrating to see if it's your team at the bottom constantly.
Yeah, it's so frustrating because a lot of it is luck. Like, yes, there are factors like what was the situation? Like, are you stripping the ball out, which is putting you in a situation to get it? Is it a muff punt and you're not hawking it down? Like, did the ball just bounce right back to the other player? Like, sometimes it's just bad luck. That's what makes it frustrating because, like I said, of all sports, football is the hardest to predict where it's going to go when it hits the ground. So you can get a feel for it a little bit, but sometimes it just hits that corner just right. It goes the other way. And, one team has to get lucky. The ball hits the ground, there's only a winner and a loser. So, it sucks to see your team low on that. Could be me, but it sucks.
It could be you. Yeah. No wonder why Josh Allen won MVP last year.
Yep. Didn't lose any fumbles.
Listen, we didn't talk about it, but the Score app has the Steelers -2.5, and I think that's free money.
Against the Seahawks?
Yeah, in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah.
I like that too. The Steelers do have a way of keeping every game like super close, though, I feel like.
They do, but
maybe with this new offense, Rodgers slinging it around.
I think the defense is going to be angry about what happened last week. And
DK revenge game.
Give me 2.5.
I like it. I had a little cleanup about the Bills game that I forgot to mention. I'm sure you guys saw the thing with that Bills fan and Lamar.
Yeah.
Lamar / D-Hop. I don't know that I've seen this take anywhere, so it may or may not be a hot take, but I don't think either of them should get in any trouble at all. The fan or Lamar. If you're going to run up like by the stands, assumingly bragging about the touchdown and whatnot, I think if you're close enough that the fan can reach you, like you should know, that's on you. And you're going to get shoved. Like Lambeau Leap, opponents will jump into the crowd and they get pushed out.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
you're playing with fire, you might get burned. But at the same time, if you're a fan and you're going to do something stupid like that, like I'm not condoning what he did. I would never do that. But if you're going to do something stupid like that, you should be expected that the player might push you back.
Yeah.
I think you just call it even.
Yeah.
In my book.
I agree with that. And I also think, like, sometimes people are like, holy shit, this player's so close to me, I can touch him. I'm not saying that you should. But, like, in the heat of the moment, you've had a couple beers or whatever, this kid's like, holy shit, he's right here. It didn't look like a malicious slap to the helmet. It almost
I think it was more like, get out of here.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know. It didn't look like he was, you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't throwing a punch. He wasn't trying to slap him. He just hit him on the top of the helmet. Like, I'm not excusing it in any way. Banning him for life is kind of crazy. Lamar pushing him is kind of crazy. But again, it's like you hit him, so that's a repercussion of, I don't know. Like, I think sometimes, like human nature, it's like one of those thoughts that you have a split second to think about. And I'm not saying the kid's right, he's wrong, but it's like, holy shit, he touched him. Like, he had a chance to touch DeAndre Hopkins. I don't know. Like, it's not like he jumped over and put him in a headlock or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah. And Lamar seemed like he didn't really care that much either. He was quoted today saying, just chill next time. You can talk trash, but keep your hands to yourself. That seems like a fair response.
Yeah.
He apologized, too, to the kid, which I thought was good.
I mean, yeah, you should. Yeah, you're the franchise QB, the face of the team. You should, but also, I don't think he needs to.
Yeah,
the guy.
A statement you read is quite fine.
And also, I don't think the fan needs to. Just be like, hey, he's gonna come up and like by my stance. I'm gonna push him. I'm defending my dirt. So yeah. Yep. So that's it. Unless we have anything else.
Shout out to JJ Watt.
Do we want to
shout out to JJ Watt? Yes.
Dude, real quick on that too. JJ Watt covered obviously the Steelers Jets game. I thought he did a phenomenal job.
So
and
good.
Unbiasedly, I texted somebody saying he was a great commentator in the game. He did an incredible job. He wasn't biased toward TJ. He was making fun of TJ a little bit. Yeah. He made fun of Ian Ingle because Ian Ingle made some weird he massaged it through the upright. Yeah. And my friend was like, is that a Justin Tucker joke? Like, what is that about? Like,
wait, Ian Eagle. Are you talking about Ian Eagle?
Yeah, Ian Eagle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ian Eagle. My bad. Not Ian.
Close enough.
Sorry.
Close enough.
Weird guy.
Ian Eagle. Yeah.
But I thought J.J. Watt did a phenomenal job commentating. I thought that it was very refreshing. He didn't oversaturate with a bunch of random stuff to try to look very smart, but he did hit you with this is important. He called the bootleg touchdown for Justin Fields. He was like, they haven't run it all game, but I guarantee he bootlegs out and scores a touchdown.
Yeah.
Come out of the timeout. They do that. Cool. TJ Watt's crashing down on the side, It was good. Yeah. I thought it was a great performance.
I saw a tweet that was like, I'm quite certain this is the coolest a Jets player has ever looked scoring a touchdown. And he did look pretty sick.
It was so cool.
For sure.
Yeah, we are a JJ Watt podcast. JJ Watt.
Yeah.
Get him to commentate the Super Bowl. He did very well. And
I will say I'm Greg Olsen #1.
Yeah, Greg Olsen's awesome.
Greg Olsen does a great job.
Greg Olsen's Fox, right? And they just had the Super Bowl. So
yeah. So JJ #1 CBS.
Yeah. So
officially,
they're going to put Tony Romo in there.
JJ, you're obviously a big fan.
Romo this week.
Come on the show.
Yeah, he's obviously a big fan.
Yeah. Dude, imagine we land JJ Watt.
That would be so crazy.
Yeah,
it would be.
We should reach out.
We should.
Yeah, come on the show.
We should.
And we should have just took the chance while we had, because he's like, I need to know what happened in the video of the fight or whatever.
Oh,
and we should have just lied and been like, we know all the details.
We know.
Come on the show, and then we could have scrambled to find out everything. And record it.
Could you?
I know someone was there, dude. I know all the details. Come on the show and see us. Oh man.
Do we want to do a Sporkle or not Sporkle? A grid, or have we gone too far?
We could speed run a grid if you guys want. I mean, there's 3 of us, so it probably wouldn't take long.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
Okay, let me pull it
up. Caleb, if you want to go first, you could. Ooh. You started last in the parlay.
This is a perfect grid for. I mean, not necessarily for Caleb. He's a ball knower, so he'll be fine. But perfect grid for me and Tanner. Let me see here. Bam. We got the grid.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yep. Caleb, start us off.
Oh, okay. Wait, I gotta look at it.
Okay.
No.
Do you want to pass?
David Johnson made it to 5,000 career.
Oh, I thought you were going to say him for Cardinals Texans.
Yeah, I like that too. But is he? I mean,
I don't think he got 5,000 rushing yards.
You don't think so?
He might have had
I don't know,
4 low 4s.
Put
him for Cardinals Texans. We're gonna speed run this. Put him for Cardinals Texans. I like that more than JJ and D Hop.
Yeah. David Johnson. Bam. Tanner, what do you got?
All right, super neat. Jets, Bills, Codrington, your return man.
I like that. I was thinking maybe a little TJ Graham action.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Brandon Codrington.
Whoa!
What? Oh, wait, Tanner, have you ever played this? Have you ever done a grid before?
I have, but I guess they don't count guys that have been in camps and then got cut.
Yeah, they don't. And I wasn't thinking. I just rolled with it.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
Graham played regular season.
I thought I was about to pull out like a .01. Yeah, put your guy in. You can go.
Did TJ Graham play regular season games for you guys?
Sounds right.
I'm only even pretty sure that he played for you guys, let alone played regular season.
Who's the
Brad Smith?
Now.
You can do Brad Smith. That's a great one.
Yeah, Brad Smith's a good one.
Brad Smith.
Love Brad Smith. Come on the show, Brad Smith. I know you're listening. 1%. Let's go.
There we go. 1%. That's a good one.
What a stud. We could do Bills Cardinals. Quick one would be Zay Jones. If we want to just knock that out.
Yeah.
Wow. Jets 5,000 rushing. There are a plethora of options because
Sean Green get there.
I mean, you could take LT.
You could take LT. You could take Curtis Martin. You could take Frank Gore.
Did Sean Green get there?
Gore. No, I don't think Sean Green got there.
Probably a little shy.
Yeah,
I would say.
Curtis Martin, obviously, would be an easy one, I think.
Let's go Frank Gore because maybe people forgot about.
Wait, hold on. No, I think we should save Frank Gore for any of the two teams. Like Frank Gore, did he play on the Texans?
No.
Not at any point.
No.
I don't think he would fit anything left.
Okay. Yeah, just throw one of those guys in there.
Let's do Frank Gore. 11%. Not bad. Jamal Charles would be fun. It's obvious, but kind of fun.
Yeah.
Did LaShawn McCoy play any snaps for the Chiefs?
Well, I think so.
He won it. I think he did.
So.
He won the Super Bowl there.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. LaShawn McCoy. 7. Nice.
Let's go OJ Simpson. If it was the Bills 5,000 yard rusher.
Yeah, if it was the other way around. What about a Jet Texan?
Did Ryan Fitzpatrick get any snaps for the Jets?
Jetson, if you will. Yeah.
Who? Ryan Fitzpatrick did, but they're
like
more
33 touchdowns.
Would be what was his name? Fitzpatrick would be a good one. I mean, he played for the Jets.
You don't have the niche one?
No, I can't think of it.
Rip. Okay. Fitzy it is. Minka Fitzpatrick. All right, Ryan Fitzpatrick, 48%. Shout out to Fitzy.
We can go Tim Hightower.
Texans,
Tim Hightower for
Oh, sorry. Tim Hightower for what?
Did he have 5,000 yards?
Maybe. Oh, I got a kind of fun one. Adrian Peterson.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Make sure we get the right one.
Yeah. We get the Bears one. AP 2021.
Yeah.
16%.
And then let's go Bills Chiefs to wrap it up because we only get one more guess. And Luke, give us a niche player.
Bills Chiefs. We had a safety we got from them last year, but I don't think he played any snaps. So give me. Did CJ Spiller play any snaps? CJ Spiller hilariously got signed and cut by the Chiefs. I would say roughly 8 to 12 times. Like, no joke. So many times.
Did Sammy Watkins play on the Chiefs?
Sticking out. Sammy did.
Yeah, he did play.
They have won a Super Bowl with them.
That could be a fun
one.
We
could go Sammy. Yeah, we'd go Sammy.
I'm sorry I blew it on the Codrington one. That's really annoying.
Oh, true. Yeah, because we don't have another guest now.
Yeah.
Now, I blew that. I equally blew that because I knew that he was like one of those guys.
Let's just fill this out.
Oh, okay. I knew he was
DeAndre Hopkins, yeah.
D-Hop is easy.
Yeah, that's easy money. There's also why am I not typing right now? There's also Eric Reed and Tyrann Mathieu.
Yeah.
True. Oh, Honey Badger is probably a good one. People forget that.
Yeah. Shout out to the Honey Badger. All right. Good sewed, fellas. Can we do it again next week?
Yeah.
That was a good time.
Yeah.
I don't even we haven't signed off from a sports one in a while.
Well, we don't really have a real
outro. We say let's blouse? Yeah, that's true. We don't really have a real outro for the show. So yeah. And we're good. We don't have a real outro.
Tanner here this week, fortunately.
Yeah, fortunately.
Fortunately.